Do you like true crime stories? Does investigating unsolved mysteries interest you? Do conspiracy theories intrigue you? Then this is the channel for you. Hi, I'm your true crime psychic medium, Dee Sparta. Life isn't all love, light, and sunshine. Here we dive into the shadows and reveal what is hidden in the darkness. This is True Crime Tarot. Please remember to subscribe to this channel and like the video down. Hello and welcome to True Crime Tarot. My name is Dee and I am really happy to be here. I hope you're doing well today. It's a Sunday morning. I have been up early finishing up notes on the script and trying to get everything ready to record this so I can get it up, because I plan on going out afterwards with my family and meeting with the in-laws, and it's going to be a nice afternoon by the pool and a lunch. Anyway, I hope you're doing something also on this 3-day weekend and are spending time with those you love and care about. Let me know down below what your plans are. Tomorrow we're just going to have a big, huge barbecue, steaks, corn on the cob, garlic bread, cucumber salad. We're just going to have fun and it's going to be delicious. We might actually barbecue chicken and brats instead. So either or. We got it all. We're just not sure exactly what to do. Anyway, let's get into today's True Crime Tarot reading. Is going to be about, we're going to talk about Betty and Barney Hill's alien abduction. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I had never heard of this. Not until people started commenting down below like, hey, what about these two? And I'm like, huh? I guess I can be skeptical about alien abductions. I'm not skeptical that there isn't life out there. And, I believe that just seems logical to me in a way that, we couldn't possibly be the only beings in this entire universe and beyond. It seems quite plausible that aliens do exist. But I don't know. Alien abductions, missing memories, some of this stuff, I'm a skeptic. But I am willing to go down this route and check this out and see what we can discover with you. Maybe I am completely wrong and these aliens have abducted Betty and Barney. We'll get into that. Now, you may recall I have done a video on Area 51, and we wanted, and what we discovered there was, it was terrifying to me personally. And if you want to see that down below, I don't think it had anything to do with aliens, and that was just a cover-up story. But you could check that out. I'll put a link in the cards around here. So let's get into this about Betty and Barney Hill. Now, since September, this was in September 19th, 1961. You see, Betty and Barney claim to have been abducted by aliens. Balians. I wonder if you're a fan of Bailey Sarian. We're called Balians. Don't remind me. I'll just go back. They claim to be abducted by aliens. That evening they were driving when they saw a bright light in the sky that was moving upwards, and they wondered if it was a plane. Now they pull over to walk their dog, who was in the car with them, and try to see if they could kind of see this object in the sky a bit better, and they realized that it was not a plane, nor anything that they'd ever seen before. They get back into the car and start to drive, and notice the object just keeps following them. Now, I personally would have sped up and kept on driving. However, no, no, no. The Hills did no such thing. Nope. Barney stops the car and they jump out. Yep, they get out of the car to try to figure out what is following them. Not so smart a move, according to what the Hills say next. So, is there life outside of our planet? Would they be more advanced than us? Were Betty and Barney Hill abducted by aliens? Well, we'll try to figure this out and find out what happened to them in the tarot psychic reading. Now, if you want to hear more about what Betty and Barney claim to have happened, then stick around with me. However, if you want to just jump on ahead to that tarot reading, there are chapter links down below for you to use. So, here we go. All right, folks, let's get into a little bit more of the story, kind of do a little backtracking and get caught up with where I stopped off. See, Betty and Barney Hill claim to have been followed by something that they couldn't identify the night of September 10th, 1961. Now, they were driving that late at night trying to beat the hurricane that was on the way. They wanted to skip all the rain and wind. They just had a 3-day trip up by Niagara Falls and were headed home. Now, they were hoping to get home in time in the night, beat everything, and be safe and sound. However, things didn't start to feel so safe. They both noticed a white light was following them, and it was in the sky. It even appeared to be moving with the car through the windy roads. The light would zigzag, disappearing behind trees and the mountains. And they were growing more and more curious about what was this light. Now, honestly, I would have just kept driving. I don't need to get up close and personal to figure out what this light is. Have you ever driven in the middle of the night on some windy roads, mountain roads home? I have. And I just kept going. It's scary. Not that I saw what light, but I'm saying I just kept going. I would not have stopped for anything. Nope, 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 nope. Sorry. No can do. But Betty and Barney Hill, their priorities are a little different. So they began pulling their car over at various rest stops and turnouts, trying to see if this thing's really following them and see if they could get a good look. Now, they did try to use binoculars to figure out what the light could be, as it was just continued to follow. Now, Betty, she claims that she saw the white light spinning in the air when she looked through the binoculars. And she explains to Barney, she told her husband, if you think that's a satellite or a star, you're being completely ridiculous. Now, Barney did realize that Betty was right, and the pragmatic in him was growing more and more concerned. He realized that this couldn't have been explained away by things that he would know about. And he didn't want to spook Betty, so he tried to hide these feelings, these thoughts, these fears. Now, when they finally got home, Betty and Barney realized they'd lost 2 hours that they couldn't account for. 2 hours were missing on their drive home. They had no recollection of what happened to them. However, they noticed that Betty's dress had been ripped. Barney was all disheveled, and they felt just really dirty. Something was wrong, and they did not feel good. What happened? So they really believed that something had happened to them, and they wanted to know what it was. They wanted to regain their memory. So they went to see the psychiatrist. Now, in a book that Betty and Barney wrote with a co-author, they explain how they were able to remember those missing 2 hours. Now, they claim a UFO landed on top of their car. So as it was following them and getting closer, it was over them, and they had tried to get out. Barney even had a handgun on him. And when they looked up and saw, what they could see was these beings that with big eyes that were gray and looked like what you people think of when they think of aliens. And they ran right back into the car. Now the car, they say then the UFO kind of landed on top of it and took them all away. They say that they can remember what the aliens look like and what they did. They also claim that the aliens took skin and hair samples. Plus, Betty remembers a long needle going into her stomach to test for pregnancy. They were both poked and prodded with a bunch of smaller needles also. They remember walking around in these porticles into the exam rooms. They remember saying things to the aliens. Now, the psychiatrist, his name's Simon, he didn't think that the Hills had just made up their story. However, he didn't believe that they actually experienced any alien abduction. He basically believed that Betty dreamed that this had happened and then told Barney about it. He felt that Barney had just merely absorbed her story. Odd, right? Well, Simon, he's the psychiatrist, remember, he never felt that the Hills were trying to be dishonest people. He just believed that they're very sincere, honest people, but he just believed that it was all just a dream and that they were believing in a dream. Then again, there's always the possibility that they were abducted by aliens. Betty and Barney never wavered when asked about their experiences. They stuck to their story. It was never swaying. It wasn't changing. It didn't evolve and get bigger or grander or less. It didn't matter what others said about them. Betty and Barney adamantly believed they had been abducted by aliens. They refused to believe that this was all just a false memory or just an experience with sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis totally sucks. Has that ever happened to you? Yeah, me. Been there. Don't like it. Now, Betty continued to claim that over the decades, she was still being visited and abducted by these aliens. Now, I'm not sure whether this was an alien abduction or just fantasy that blurred with their reality. So let's go dive on in and see what the cards have to say. Hello, welcome back. Yep, we're going to dive into the psychic reading and find out what was going on with Barney and Betty Hills. I always want to say rubble. Anyone watch the Flintstones? Or am I just that old? Anyway, we're going to dive in. I'm using a different tarot deck than I normally would. Excuse me, I need my coffee. It's my Light Seers deck. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and I just felt drawn to it today. So, okay. Three cards just popped right out here. Let's see here. Just double checking everything is filming right. Okay, so I've got here. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles. And we have Temperance. And then the Six of Cups upside down. These two cards totally clash. This is being unreasonable, not being stable. Just not grounding themselves, financially or emotionally, this person. And here is the Temperance card. It's they need some temperance, it appears. They needed to just stop, and just be more sensible, be more patient, do things more in a moderation, not so excessive. This is like excessiveness, excessive spending. And this is the Six of Cups, and it's reversed here. So what I'm thinking is, gosh, see, there's just this discouragement. I think this person was trying so hard to get their life balanced, to get their finances organized, but it just was a struggle. They just could not. It's just a struggle. Now, I'm leaning towards the woman here, being that it's cups, but not positive. Okay. Two of Cups. Over the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. There. Gives me that she's married. The Fool. The Fool and Temperance card. How interesting is that? Okay. And we also got a Page of Pentacles here. So, okay. So, we got the Two of Cups. This is like usually a partnership, a marriage, an agreement, coming together. And that is over the Queen. So, I'm thinking that it's a married woman and they were trying to make an agreement. Let's see here. Needed temperance. The Fool. Now, the Fool is like, it's young, it's not real mature personality, but there's just a lot of optimism, and it might be a little foolhardy, but they want a new beginning. And you see that with temperance, grounding, you need to start over. You can have a fresh start. The Five of Wands reversed, there's some kind of conflict we're dealing with here. Just, things are not, going. It's a combustual, I don't even, I'm making my own words here. Situation here. There's just, one person is just too shy to go forward. And then you have the Page of Pentacles, and the Pentacles are popping up here, and that's making me wonder if stuff was done, money wise, mainly. Yeah, the Page of Pentacles, this person, the Page is a younger person. It's someone, it's like a student. They're gonna, so it's learning temperance, taking a new beginning and being a student, learning. Interesting. Let's see what we get here. Did they do this for the money? Was this real? Or is this a benefit? We'll find out. Okay, some cards popped out here. Two of Swords, the Hangman, the Seven of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles. Now, you notice some of these are reversed. Now, the Two of Swords, this is like a disagreement. So we're over the marriage here, the contract. There's a conflict. Decision is like they're fighting each other on these decisions. That's not really nice. I don't think that's a good thing, but they're like going back and forth. No, it's this, it's that. We could do this or that. And then you have the hangman, and the hangman is like, no, you need to stop and look at things from a different perspective. You need to slow down. And once again, they're telling this person, you need to slow down, get in some meditation, work things out. There's trouble. And with the Two of Pentacles, and it's reversed. So something is impractical about this new beginning. Things are not going, it's like, oh, I can't get this done. You got the Seven of Cups here, and this person is just like, ugh, I cannot get this. And it's usually someone getting lost in a fantasy. So I'm seeing this is Betty definitely getting lost in this fantasy and trying to make decisions about, is it real, was it not, and not knowing for sure. And here's the King of Swords. Okay, he popped on out there, and I'm thinking this is Barney, and he is trying to be extremely rational. He is very serious. He can also be a bit controlling. Betty will be very submissive to him. But he likes to be, he feels like he's of a sound mind and someone who's very focused. And he's seeing Betty just not being focused. It's a concern to him. It is definitely, he's very concerned about her. Yeah, the Queen of Cups. See what else I get. Oop, here we go. And the Two of Wands, folks. This is saying that, Betty is just, she is very intuitive and very sensitive to things. She is just, and she's pretty, she's probably just really a nurturing sweetheart. She'd be like making the apple pie and just making everyone feel cozy and comfortable and just relaxing and, concerned. She's very aware of others. And if they're uncomfortable, she will do little things to try and ease the situation. And then over here in this pile, we got that Two of Wands where, they're living in the fantasy. And these Two of Wands is reversed. And it's an argument. They've been trying to figure out what's going on. Why can't I focus? Why is this not working out for me? They're struggling really hard. So far I'm seeing a battle of believing in a fantasy. So they may not have been abducted, but I'm not gonna, I just feel that they are a very sweet and endearing couple, and something happened, and I think maybe she had a dream. It's like they saw something in the sky. They totally did. But did it come down and take them? I have a ritual invocation. Okay, let's see here. And I think, she dreamt about what happened next. Protection. A magic circle. And water cleansing. Let's see here. This is, ritual. Okay. Ritual invocation. Trying to see here. Haven't used these oracle cards in a while. This is like they were sincere, wanting to connect and draw down. I think they wanted to get to know these. Wow. And then you got the magic circle for protection, and this is saying someone's been untrue. Someone's been untrue. You need to be watching out. There's some untruths going on. And water with cleansing, it's you need help and be cleansed from this pain, these lies. I just kind of sense that here. I think, very sincere person. But she needs to get her shit together, basically, is what this is all saying. I am not seeing anybody other than her and her husband. So I'm not seeing that this was an actual abduction. I'm a little disappointed. It would have been neat if I could say that this, I'm seeing such and such. I will try one other thing here. Kind of was drawn over to these deck, and this deck is just absolutely beautiful. Oh, there's cards facing the wrong way. I gotta fix this deck up. Sorry. These cards are huge, and so it's a little difficult to also shuffle. But hey. Yeah, everything's all a mess. Okay, we'll figure this out, right? Okay. Okay. Amara the Menehune, Aloha Healing. I probably mispronounced it, and I am sorry. Okay. Kenny, it's time for a retreat. She needed to take care of herself. Needing to gain perspective. This is the Lantern Fairy. To see the light, the truth. Love is strange. Strange Valentine. Well, that's a little... With the power of 3? Interesting. Distorted view. I wonder if Betty was like a spiritualist. I get a feeling she's very intuitive. And very, very intuitive. It might have been part of a coven, maybe. I don't know. But I get a feeling that she wasn't. She's a very intuitive person, but because she isn't grounding herself, because she was getting lost in fantasies, it was distorting her reality of what was really happening. And I think that this merely was a fantasy, a dream. No aliens, no doing weird things on her. I mean, I could be all wrong and totally way out there, but this is what I see. Comment down below if you kind of agree with this, or you don't agree, or what you're feeling. Do you think aliens do exist or not? Let me know. Also, comment down below letting me know what other things, instances, unsolved mysteries, any true crime that you want me to kind of dive into deeper, or anything paranormal you want to see, and what's real or what's not, I'll dive down those rabbit holes along with you and go for this ride. I think it'll be fun, and so just keep giving me more and more ideas. I have a few things that I've been thinking about doing, but I kind of have on the back burner. Sorry that I did not get another video out earlier this week. I was down with a migraine today. I woke up this morning and it was like the first day in a week that my head was clear and no migraine. So I was like, okay, I can get this video done before I have to go out with my family. And you guys are like my family. I get so excited. I see some of your names over and over again in the comments, and I'm getting to know you through what you think about these things, and it's really exciting. I appreciate y'all, and appreciate you being patient with me as I try and figure out more of my lighting and the sound and trying to be here and get things going. I appreciate your patience and understanding in all this, Please remember, I am legally blind, so I have a hard time seeing. And, yeah. Anyway, please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Hit the like button. Let me know that you like this kind of video. And I'll see you next time. Remember, be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. I'll see you next time. Bye.